Hello everyone, welcome to the Mike Armstrong YouTube channel. Today I'm just going to talk about the happiness formula, which is something I created recently. I'm going to be producing some online courses and ebooks and probably writing a book and helping people, training people on this subject and probably speaking on it as well. I talk already about the happiness formula on my podcast, which is the Mike Armstrong You Can Do It podcast. And I've already got some information about the happiness and what makes you happy on my website, which is mikearmstrong.me. My podcast, if you Google search Mike Armstrong podcast or Mike Armstrong You Can Do It podcast on any good podcast store, you should find it, including Spotify, Apple, Google, etc. If you Google search Mike Armstrong podcast or Mike Armstrong podcast on Anchor, you'll find my podcast. I talk about my happiness formula on there, as well as lots of the component parts of the happiness formula. But I thought I'll do a video today and put it onto YouTube as well, on my YouTube channel, for other people to understand the formula. So the happiness formula is a list of sort of 5 areas in your life to work on a daily basis, which if you do work on these areas and you do the formula on a daily basis, it'll make you the happiest you that you can be. I believe in the happiness formula, which is why I've written it, is why I created it. It's actually something similar to a couple of other people do similar formulas as well, but this is my own take on it. And I've actually named my happiness formula the SMART happiness formula, because who wouldn't want to be happy in their life, and who wouldn't want to get smart about being happy in their life? So the SMART happiness formula was created during the lockdown period because I was myself doing the formula quite accidentally, really. Just happened to be doing the formula consistently, and I worked out that I was feeling really happy, especially in the lockdown situation. I've been feeling really happy, and I've been creating a lot of content as well, and achieving quite a lot of things. I've written a book, and I've come up with these courses, and I've created a podcast, and I've had over 100 episodes on my podcast, and I've had 806 people view my podcast, listen to different episodes, etc. And I come up with a formula because it's something I've been doing consistently throughout my life, really. But there's parts of the formula, you don't do as consistently as others. But in lockdown, I've been consistently doing certain parts of the formula more, and I'm extremely happy, and I have been all the way through the formula, through the lockdown situation, and yeah, I've been really happy, and I know this happiness formula works. So I've decided to educate and teach it to the world, really. So the SMART happiness formula starts off with the letter S, and S is for sleep. So something I've always done all through my life is sleep. I'm high energy. I always do a lot. I'm high activity, and I've always known, no matter what you're doing in life, you need to get a good night's sleep. You need to recharge the batteries and get yourself ready to go again the next day. So sleep is something I've been doing consistently all through my life. I've always had my 7.5, 8 hours. There are times, occasions where I may only have 5 or whatever. Or I usually have a catch-up sleep the following night. So I would say that I've pretty consistently averaged my 7.5, 8 hours of sleep a night. To try and have 7.5, 8 hours. But 7's enough for me, really. I'm happy on 7. I can survive on 6 easily as well. But I tend to just sleep until I need to wake up. I don't set alarms and that. I used to obviously always work to alarms. I used to be a corporate sales director. I used to have to get up, sort of 7 o'clock every day to get into work for 7:30 or whatever. But now I just go to sleep at a time when I'm tired. I've been getting up earlier lately, so I've been going to sleep earlier, but I used to be a bit more of a night owl than a morning lark. But either way, since I've been self-employed, I've been going to sleep when I'm tired and waking up when I wake up. And if you can do that, that's good, because you'll have however much sleep your body needs and however much sleep you need. And so, whether it's 7, 7.5, 8 is really what you need. And so however long you sleep for biologically is how much sleep you needed. So yeah, but I'm getting my 7, consistently 7 hours of sleep a night anyway, and having good sleep and being able to sleep well and heavy and consistent is a key to happiness. So that's the S of the SMART taken care of. Now we'll move on to the M. So M is for meditation. If you can't do meditation or you're not into meditation, then actual mindfulness will do as well. And it begins with the same letter. So M is for meditation or mindfulness. Now, I actually have started doing meditation, but when I realized and built this formula, and I actually wasn't doing meditation, I was doing mindfulness, and that works the same way as well. But what you need is either one of those things, either meditation or mindfulness, but you need to allow your brain to settle, to reset, and to collect its thoughts. You also need to get, some of the content off your brain from time to time, because it can, it's a bit like a computer. If you've got too many pages open, it can freeze, and you're not quite sure what to do. So sometimes you need a reset, and meditation, or what I was doing was going out for a ride on my bike regularly and thinking and clearing my headspace and letting things sort of develop in your brain. A bit of mindfulness when you're riding around, not thinking of a lot of things. It's a bit like a meditative state, and often, your brain eases and clears, but also things pop out of your brain at that time. So once you've done some meditation, or you've allowed your brain to settle, or if you've done some mindfulness, what happens is your brain can solve problems sometimes it can't solve, because it's been reset and it has the thinking capacity to do it. So the M in the SMART happiness formula is to allow your brain to recover and allow yourself to become mindful, and to allow yourself to get the best out of your brain, really. So that's the M. In the A then in my SMART happiness formula is a wide area subject matter, and it's actually looking after your ability to perform. So the A is for ability to perform. And that covers a wide range of things, but the priorities for me in looking after your ability to perform is exercise regularly. If you exercise regularly, then it's going to keep you fitter and sharper and healthier, which means you can keep an ability to perform longer. Also, having a healthy, well-balanced diet is common sense. Anyone who wants to keep fit and keep their ability to perform need to keep a healthy, well-balanced diet. You also need to drink plenty of liquids, especially water. I actually don't have any, I have tea a bit now and then. I don't have any coffee. I try not to have caffeines. Keep yourself drug-free, alcohol-free wherever possible, or not too much alcohol. But keep your ability to perform in place. Keep drinking plenty of water, exercising regularly, and keeping yourself fit and healthy. Nutrition, trying to steer off illness and that sort of thing. All of those things wrapped up into your ability to perform will also keep you happy as well. They're all things that make you happy. Obviously, if you have the opposite of any of those things, so you're lacking exercise, you're not drinking, you're getting dehydrated, you're not looking after your nutrition, having a healthy, balanced diet, etc., then all those things will make you unhappy. So, keep the unhappiness away and keep yourself happy by looking after yourself. So that's the A in the SMART happiness formula. And then the R is random acts of kindness, just being kind for free on a daily basis. So I'm kind. I do free marketing for people all of the time, because I'm a marketing company and a marketing specialist. I share people's content all the time online for free. So I'm always engaging and sharing people's content. So not only is that working on relationships, which is actually part of my success formula, but also I'm doing random acts of kindness. I'm sharing free marketing for people, and I'm building audiences, which I can then market to my friends and people I see online's content to all of the time. So I'm always giving people free marketing. I give a lot of free advice. I help people all of the time. I'm doing a bit of caring at the moment during the lockdown situation. So yeah, my phone's always on. If people need to speak to me, I'll ring people that, I know need to speak to me, like family and friends and people that I like to help in life. So, I'm always being kind to people, and I believe, there's actually biological fact that if you're kind to people, you can produce oxytocin in your own brain, which makes you feel happy. So not only can you be kind to someone and make them feel happy, you also can be happy. And if anyone observes that kindness, they can be happy too as well. So you're actually spreading oxytocin around the human race, and that's actually making people happier. So that's the R in the SMART formula. And then we've got the last step then, which is targets. So that's actually the setting of goals and looking forward to those goals and achieving them, which gives you the anticipation and the excitement, but also regularly hitting targets and goals makes you feel good as well. So if you set lots of sort of daily, weekly, monthly and medium and long-term goals, then you can anticipate and look forward to achieving those goals and those targets, but you also can enjoy the actual success of hitting them as well. So if you give yourself lots of things you've got to do on a daily basis and you get those things achieved, you're going to be happy then that you've achieved them. So so that's the science behind my happiness formula. And if you follow it on a daily basis, if you do your 7 to 8 hours sleep, you get your 30 minutes minimum of exercising, eat well and balanced all of the time, limit any caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, etc. Yeah, meditate once a day for about half an hour or less, but just meditate or do some mindfulness. And also, do lots of random acts of kindness and do regular small, medium and long-term target achievements, and you'll be the happiest you that you could be. So that's pretty much it. That's my SMART happiness formula. Let me know if you follow it. Let me know how you get on. And if you've got anything else that you think you can contribute, get in touch with me. I'm Mike Armstrong, # Mike Armstrong on social media, and you can find more information about me at my mikearmstrong.me website. Thanks very much for listening and have a great day. I know I will. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.